Hi guys, so welcome to this sewing tip video. So in this video I'm going to be showing you guys how to finish your boning. So I'm going to be working with two different bonings. This is the rigilene bone and this is the plastic bone. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to finish your boning, how to finish up the edge, the tip of your boning, this sharp end here. And I have some things I'm going to be using. So I have my scissors, I have my paper tape here, I have my lighter, and I have my file. This is called sandpaper, or I would call it my file because it's used for the wall to scrape the wall. It just has a really rough edge here that is good. It's like a file. So I'm going to be using this as my file. This is what it comes like. So I've cut this out that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to keep this aside. And I also have this fabric that I'm going to also use for the edge of my fabric, for the edge of my boning. So now I'm going to be explaining the different ways. I'm going to be showing you the different ways that we're going to be closing up or the finishing up the tip of our boning. So I'm going to start with the rigilene bone. So this is what it looks like. This is my rigilene bone. All you have to do is cut. So when you cut, this is what you have. So you see the sharp end. This is very sharp and it's going to poke the wearer. It's going to hurt the wearer. It's going to leave a scar. It's going to injure the person. It's not just a comfortable feeling at all. It's very sharp and it's not just okay. You just insert your boning into your corset with the sharp end. Okay, so now for this rigilene bone, there are two ways that I advise you deal with the sharp end. Now, one way is to use your tape. So you cut your tape. So you get tape. See? Cut. So I have this, and you place it at the edge, fold it down, press it down. So now this is no longer sharp. So this is how you can deal with this. You can decide to cut off the extras here, or yes, like this. So this is what it looks like. So this is not sharp. It's not going to hurt anybody as it will if without being covered. So this is one way. So I'm going to show you the second way. So now the second way is with this fabric. So what you're going to do is cut a piece of fabric just the same size as the tape that we'll use. Cut a piece of fabric, put it here. So you cut a piece of fabric, put it here, and you stitch it down. So the rigilene bone is the kind of boning that you can sew on. So you stitch it down here. Just stitch the two sides of the bone so it holds the fabric in place like this, so it doesn't have that sharp end. You can now fix it into your corset. So this is for the rigilene bone. So the next one is the plastic bone. So we're done with the rigilene bone. Now we're going to be on the plastic bone. So for the plastic bone, you cannot sew on it. This is, once your needle gets to this, is going to break. So you can't sew on this. So There are a few ways that you can use this. You can eliminate this sharp end. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is with my file. So that's where my file comes in. So I'm just going to, so we're going to file it till we have like a round or an oval shape. So you see, use your file. You can use this sandpaper, or you can use your normal nail file. So you can get any of them. So you see, it's now round, and it's round and it's less sharp. It's not as sharp as it was. It's not as sharp as it was with just the edge, you know. So you file it till it's smooth and not sharp. So this is very comfy. It can, once you put it in, it's not going to tear the dress. One thing about this boning is, once it's sharp like that, it's going to pierce through the dress. It's going to tear wherever you're going to put it, because it's too sharp. It's going to either tear the lining or even the fabric. So it's too sharp. So it's better you make it this round. So this is it. Let me cut this out. So you use your scissors and you cut. So when you cut this, this is how it looked like. This is how sharp. This is very sharp. It can hurt someone. Like, it's so not comfortable. This is way more comfortable, not as blunt as or as sharp as this. See this round edge here, very beautiful as well. So just file it till you have this kind of round edge, and it's not as sharp as this other end. So this is what I have. So this is one way. Second way is with our paper tape again. So you get your paper tape. And you put it at the tip. So this is another way. This is one way to do it as well. But this is not my favorite way right now. This is not my favorite because I've used this and I won't say it didn't turn out so good, but I would prefer this other way. So I have tried this, and I'm going to show you the third way that I've also tried. This, I feel, is still sharp. It's still sharp, but this works as well. But I feel it's still a bit sharp, because so once the tape start wearing out, it still gets back to its sharpness. And I don't advise this a lot. So, but it works as well. It's also a way of doing it. I prefer this filing, or the third way I'm going to show you. So cut. So this is it. This is it. This is how sharp it is. Now I get my lighter. You can use lighter, candle, whatever you have that is fire, but be careful so you don't get burnt. So I get my lighter and I try to round my edge, melt it out. So you see, much more rounded, and let it dry. Don't touch it, it's going to burn you. So be careful with your fire so you don't burn yourself. For me, as I said, this way and this way works better for me. that's 2 ways I absolutely advise you use those 2 ways. So this, once it's dry, you can now see it's way smooth, very less pokey, less sharp. This is really beautiful. I prefer this. I would totally advise this. But if you are not good with fire or you are scared of using this, then go for the fire. For your plastic boning, please. So next, I'm going to do the same thing to this other end. So this is what it looks like. This is what my boning looks like. So I've shown you this. I've shown you 3 ways, while this, the rigilene bone, I showed you 2 ways. So this is 3 ways. I've shown you 3 ways you can use this. As I said, I would totally advise the filing and the burning of the edge, melting it out until it's smooth and rounded like this. Is very this I would totally advise, and this filing. But this, I've used this, and from experience, this doesn't really do it for me. This doesn't really do it for me at all. I would totally recommend this and this. And again, why I recommend this is if you have a colored fabric. Let's say you have a white fabric, this will show under the white fabric, but this would not show. This is just going to be the color of the boning and it won't show, but this adds color to it, so it would show. So but these are the ways I think you can finish up the edge of your bonings. This is for our rigilene bone and our plastic bone. So let me know if this video is helpful, and if you want me to do more videos like this, more sewing tips like this, tutorials like this. Let me know if this video is helpful, and comment and share. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video. Bye.